If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I always talk about these new shows that come out every year. They recycle these shows that pretty much have the same theme, right? It's based around Christianity. It makes Christians look lukewarm, makes them look ridiculous, makes preachers look like scumbags, like they're stealing money. All of this stuff, they constantly do it. And this is how they turn people away from Christianity. Take a look at these two clips from these two new shows. One called Perfect Harmony, which will be on NBC, about a church choir, right? Not about the message of the church, right? It just makes, we're going to be a choir. Like, that's the important thing. Oh, join the church and you get to sing and dance and be lukewarm and look like a total dork. And then you get this other trailer with John Goodman called The Righteous Gemstones. Just pure mockery. Take a look.
Good afternoon, Jesus.
From a little hill.
Thank you for letting me be born into this world as a gemstone.
Some people don't know how to be rich and still act like a human being.
Gonna build me a heaven.
The legacy of my family carries immense weight.
Gonna build a heaven.
Daddy, slap me too. I'm a gemstone too, so slap my face.
Take my
Grant me the strength to lead the people. 5,000 baptized in a beautiful ceremony.
I think somebody turned on the waves.
Your ability to accept me for the sinner I am only speaks to your greatness. Church gets nothing, 60-40.
Deal.
Deal.
Send me a sign. No. This will not be the last thing that I hear on Earth.
That was quite a bender you were on, Art.
Arthur, how do you know my name?
Arthur Cochran, chair of Princeton's music department.
I am retired.
We're getting ready for a choir competition. We need your help.
amazing.
This is as loud as you get? Stand up straight. I need to hear you.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Don't do that. Matthew McConaughey, you don't need to puff out your chest like you're signaling your wife you're ready to mate.
Ex-wife.
Papers ain't signed yet.
What's Eat Me D?
Close your eyes. Fire in the belly. You bring this to choir practice, we have a shot at winning.
Rising up, back on the street.
You slouch. It's caused by fear of confrontation, which is why you stayed married to a man who crossed the line. Maybe he lost all your money or let a snake loose in the house.
Did you read my diary?
I wrote it. Life is short. Let's use this precious time to make some beautiful music.
Now, the reason they do this over and over again, I just recently covered, what was it called? The O'Neills, something like that. The cookie cutter family, they're dorky. One of the kids is a closet homosexual. Then they had another show where the guy was literally taking the Bible, literally, which you're supposed to do, but, he was going around doing everything literally. So, throwing stone, you know what I mean? Like making fun of it, saying pretty much trying to say how stupid the Bible is and how stupid people are who take it literally. And now you have these shows that come out where, they continue to present this cookie cutter type Christianity, which really ends up making people lukewarm in their walk in reality, right? Because what it does is people see what this perception of Christianity is supposed to be, right? And it's supposed to be wear your sweater, go to church on Sunday, be a part of the choir, go to the cupcake mixer, and don't be passionate, don't have a backbone, and don't stand up, be tolerant. That's what they've done to Christianity. It always looks the same, right? You have the, Danny McBride and John Goodman in the other trailer. Well, the preachers are scumbags. The ministers are scumbags. Oh, they just want to steal money, right? They make a mockery. Oh, the baptism. Oh, and the waves, somebody turn the waves on in the big, massive baptism we're doing. They make light of it. They make a joke of it. Satire. This is how they lead young teens away from Christianity, because they make it look so stupid. And they sensationalize things to make it look like an embarrassment. This has been going on for a long time. This is another operation by Central Intelligence, the evangelical movement. And part of that movement was all of these preachers that you saw coming out in the 70s and the 80s, and even now with Joel Osteen, right? Preaching what? Preaching love, tolerance, plant your seed and you can grow money, that type of Christianity. Acceptance of all, right? We have, Joel Osteen and these guys on TV saying that Jesus isn't the only way, when we know for a fact he is the only way. There is no other way to heaven. And these guys are out there saying that, and people still follow them. And they come out and they buddy up with these other Satanists and occultists. This is all just part of a massive, massive plan. And the brainwashing is to scare people away from Christianity. That's why the only news stories that you hear involving Christianity is about bigotry, right? The only time you ever hear it is, oh, look at these bigotry, the bigotry going on. Christians are standing outside the gay pride parade throwing stuff, or Christians are doing, they're going outside the trans story hour and they're attacking these people with megaphones, and, oh, look how ridiculous they look and hateful they are. Let people, and then, and then the narrative is let people live, let them be who they are, accept it, be tolerant of it. And really what people like myself are trying to do is put the spine back into Christians, let them know that we're not supposed to tolerate this stuff. We're not supposed to sit here and take it up the rear end like everybody else. God doesn't say anywhere in the Bible, lay down and die and just wait for the end times to come. Don't defend me. Don't honor me. None of that's in there. There's nothing in the Bible that says be tolerant and accepting of everything, of every sin, and loving sin, because that's the world we live in, the do without wilt mindset. They're going to continue to roll out shows like this, mocking Christians, every single year. And you know what ends up happening? The shows get canceled because nobody watches them, because they suck for the most part. But you'll still get them, because they'll go, okay, we need to figure out a different way to, present Christianity in this horrible light, or just make them look stupid so people just laugh at them and don't take them seriously. So that's what they do. And then on the flip side, what do we see? We see Lucifer, right, on Fox, now on Netflix, and he's the coolest guy in the room. Lucifer, getting all the chicks. He's a detective by day, the devil by night. Sharp dress, driving around in a Lamborghini. I mean, all the things that, just the perception of, wow, that's really cool. That's real. Wow, how awesome. He kicks butt, right? And then when you see anything with Jesus, what is it? Oh, he's walking around in sandals. He's doing the thumbs up. Pretty much the perception of that lowlife YouTuber who pretends to be Jesus, right? A mockery. That's how they've inverted everything. And a lot of people go, well, Carl, don't get all worked up about that stuff. But the problem is that this is how Christianity has a falling away. This is one of the ways, because people don't want to become Christian. They don't want to have anything to do with Christianity. You see the comments that people leave on my channel, what they say about me. Oh, he's a real Christian. What a jerk. Well, that's coming from people who are lukewarm Christians. And I'm not saying that, I'm a better Christian than anybody else, because I'm not. What I'm saying is that they have this perception already in their head of what a Christian's supposed to look like, act like, talk like, sound like, you name it. And we don't fit that bill over here. I don't fit that bill. I'm assuming most of you don't either, because you're here. But because of these operations, which is what they are, these shows, the themes that they constantly have, the narrative they constantly have about Christianity, people automatically will just think people like myself are, oh, what a disgrace you are to Christianity. What a Christianity. Oh, you don't do God any honor. You disgust him, because sometimes you raise your voice and you get mad and you hate on the LGBT. When in reality, the issues with LGBT is the fact that it's influencing kids and it's targeting kids. Desmond is amazing. Targeting kids, queer kid stuff, targeting kids. Those are my concerns. This kind of stuff has to be pointed out. Because if you see this stuff, and there's Christians who see these shows and they watch and they're like, oh, it's a good, Christian, type show, about church. You're not interpreting it right. This is because they don't understand how mind control works and why they do this. You're never going to see a show about, I don't know, a Christian who's, kicking butt as far as, he's a cool guy. He doesn't, maybe he's wearing a leather jacket. He's not wearing a sweater with a comb over. They always look the same, right? The perception, it's always the same. The message is always the same. They're either a total scumbag like the characters in the HBO show, or they're total dweebs like the characters on the NBC show, right? Oh, let's sing. And there's nothing wrong with singing and being in the choir, but it's the point is that they even make it where it's like, oh, all these members of the church. Well, it's not about going to church and learning God's word and reading it and interpreting it and then, interacting with each other and having fellowship. What's the focus? Oh, we got to sing. We got to win this sing off. And they're singing, secular songs, mainstream type songs. You can't make it up because it's the same crap. I always talk about how we always see the same movies over and over, the Alien movies, right? The remakes of these Disney movies about magic, these demonic possession movies. They see the same stuff with Christianity and with Lucifer, right? Where Lucifer and all these shows like American Horror Story present all this stuff like it's cool. Oh, it's the main characters are all evil, but they turn them into the protagonist, into the good guy. The witches are the good guys. The devil's the good guy. And who's the bad guy? Who's the bigot? Oh, the Christian family is, right? Because they don't want their daughter to have sex before marriage, or all these types of little things that they add in and throw into these movies and these TV shows. These are the things that keep people away from Christianity because it looks like a total turnoff. Kids go, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be one of them. And it's subliminal in a lot of ways. And that's what people don't see. But I always see it because I see exactly how they're trying to stereotype us. Because their goal is to win as many souls over for Satan as they possibly can. And just by leading people away from God, they're winning those souls. That's the scary part about all of it. And it's a scary world we live in when that this is happening in front of our faces and some Christians don't even see it. Well, I see it. I'm going to put my foot down and stomp on it. Just pray for the kids out there that they see through this stuff, but I know it's easier said than done for them to see through it because nobody wants to hear it. It's like beating a dead horse, but I just, I see these shows. It just really, really, really pisses me off because, I don't look at myself as one of these cookie cutter Christians. And I'm not saying that everyone has to be like me or act like me. Absolutely not. But to perceive Christians always in the same light is exactly how they scare people away from the truth that is Jesus Christ. Thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.